Ghana ma de share o ma dwe o ma kwa ba ye o ma tena se e de ba na 2 TV Akuafuo Mmre ne so ni sere mu nyina mu nim ne du e bena da nwumre no nsia na ye tena se de a na ye Ghana kura ho nsem ana ye ba abadwendwen ho ni apɛ ho pomasibre ne nyina so ye de ya hoɔden aboa na o man Ghana so atumi afa ne ntoma pa afra enu tena na 2 TV ye ne Ministry of Food and Agric ya kan ntoma boma ye de sa dwumadie yi ebro e bena da nwumre bia na memre da nwumre nso no nwɔtwe ekosi no nkron so no yasan arsimu so ana sa repeat e de amamo meka sa dwumadie live on YouTube na 2 TV GH na 2 TV GH ko YouTube a obetimi ahwɛ sa dwumadie ewo ho me de aseda ma Franco Trading Enterprise ye bɔ mra ne se phone papa efie no Franco open mobile phones and accessories original ni nyina Franco Trading Enterprise na sabeka TVs printers photocopiers ni nyina papa ni nyina okɔ Franco head officer ewo Roxy Cinema ewo Adabraka na onsa ebeka sa ne nyina ebi me de aseda so ma Agricultural Development Bank ayebo mra ne se ADB eye bank so nko a omne Akuafuo de Madam Fofa no yes ronko kra entina ADB aye dedicated agric desk e wo offices nyina nti se oye farmer bia o bia na se o pelona for ni kire ADB wokɔ a wo so hwehwɛ agric officer na o in charge no omo be no kasa no ma aboa o na die uhia so no omo de aboa na ADB se COVID-19 bremu so no uhia digital system a wo de bedi udwuma banking da short code star 767 hash star 767 hash obo pa ultimate dey mobile money no transfers nyina na akon a omo visa cards and contactless POS systems nyina so ho a obetimi anya bi dey akosi shop na ma bibia aye kama ama sankofo nyina na aka ho aboma omo ne the Ministry of Food and Agric ene na 2 TV ye dey Akuafuo Mmre nie eba wakwan mu ene anwumre me de asida ema the production crew nyina se mo so ma hye dwumadi kama amaye ene me ne Alhaji Hanan Abdul Wahab ono ana o CEO ema National Food Buffer Stock Company ene betwetwe enkomo e wo dwumadie so ye hwe buffer stock omo dwumadie a omedi efi se na nado danko Akufuo ebe bedi yo mampani no odi ni dwumadie a fe se planting for food and jobs ene other components a ewo planting for food and jobs nyina baaye no buffer stock nso omo dwumadie a omatumi adi emfie enan ebesi samre ne hwe sede na buffer stock nso te a omo be fire na Ghana nso ye food security ho ensem sede etie ene ehun nkomo ana yedi ewo dwumadie so mene Alhaji Hanan Abdul Wahab ene twetwe enkomo ene ewo Akuafuo Mmre so Alhaji, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we are so happy to see you again. And honestly, in this crucial moment, you are the best person to have you concerning our food issues and all that. We wanted to speak to you, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, before the Farmers' Day, but you were so tight we couldn't get you. So we are happy you are here once again.
All right,
yes,
thank you. Sure.
Yeah, and we know that 2 TV is one of your homes, so yes. We welcome you home.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, for the benefit of our first viewers and those who are even hearing for buffer stock, we want you to just give us a brief description of what your institution is.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening to your cherished viewers and listeners. Like you said, this is home, and I also want to commend you and your technical team.
Thank you
for the education you are giving to our dear farmers.
Yeah.
I see Ayuko.
Thank you.
Yeah. So buffer stock basically is a government institution under the Ministry of Food and Agriculture responsible for food security.
My viewers are saying they can't hear you well.
Okay.
So
all right. So
increase the tempo.
Yes. So buffer stock is a state institution.
Yeah.
Under Ministry of Food and Agriculture. We are responsible for food security of our dear nation. We are working hand in hand with farmers to make sure that we'll find them with available market, storage, and processing, so that farmers would be encouraged to produce more in subsequent farming years. We are also involved in the supply of these food items that we buy from farmers to government institutions.
Yeah. We
are doing that to promote, first of all, to give farmers market, and also to promote the consumption of what we grow here locally. And so far so good, we have been able to do that, because currently buffer stock is responsible for the feeding component of the free senior high school program, the school feeding program, which is under Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. protection.
Yes.
We are also involved in price stabilization. What it means is that when there is a bumper harvest, we are expected to come in and mop up the excess produce that farmers produce into our warehouses. And when we get to a period where prices are going up in the market, we are mandated to release our stored produce into the market to stabilize prices. And like I said, so far so good. We have received the much needed attention from government as a very important state agency or institution responsible for food security. Today, in our second cycle institutions, we have been able to introduce or change the preference, the taste and preference of our students from the imported rice to the locally produced rice. So you go to schools like Prempeh College, Adisadal College,
the Wesley Girls,
you know, Accra Academy. They are all enjoying the Ghana rice that we are producing from our valleys and bonds. So far so good.
Okay, so far so good. Looking at what you are saying, that means you don't have only relationship with the buyers and the suppliers, but you also have close relationship with the farmers as well. So the recent, the 36th National Farmers Day, you were deeply involved in the activities. What were some of the activities that you undertook during the Farmers Day at Techima?
Okay, from the one of the event, you know, it traveled to a number of days. From the one, we have mounted a stand to, you know, exhibit or showcase our activities. Mainly, our major activity is post-production, that is after production. We have displayed varieties of maize, locally produced rice, soya bean, millet, and then sorghum. Then we have our representative at the stand, and you know, people were trooping in, coming to know more about buffer stock, including farmers themselves coming to, you know, especially the newly, you know, registered farmers who have been encouraged to go into farming through the planting for food and jobs. So we you know, spend that time explaining to them our activities. You can see it on the screen.
Buffer stock omo dwumadi a omo di wo the 36th Farmers Day ewo Techima na say omo showcase na omo omo stand ana wo say ho na omo ahihye omo ne kama we nyina Ghana ne oma ewo ha na Alhaji Hanan ka ho asem nti eno na sanete.
So we took the opportunity to, you know, educate them, especially some of them who wants to own a license or who wants to, you know, get into our business. And a lot more people who have traveled length and breadth of the country that find themselves in Techima at that moment actually had a very fruitful interaction or engagement with us. We are committed in helping farmers to, you know, explore their potentials, what they stand to gain when they engage or embrace the planting for food and jobs. Apart from increasing production and, you know, the subsidy programs on seed and fertilizer, there's also available market, and the market are there in various, you know, forms. We have the Ghana Commodity Exchange, who are also there to support farmers. So farmers really have the option of deciding where to sell their excess produce.
Oh, okay. So talking about the Ghana Commodity Exchange, what is your relationship with them, Buffer Stock? And
we have a very strong and strong relationship, and we work hand in hand because the Ghana Commodity Exchange, it is a program which is aimed at bringing buyers and sellers together, and in this case, Buffer Stock, you know, plays role on both sides. We buy, we sell.
You sell, okay.
You understand?
Yeah, I
and
do.
then we also give them the minimum guarantee prices, which are the bench prices for them to put on the exchange in terms of their negotiations.
Okay.
You understand? So they rely on us for data, for warehouse, and then we are also relying on them for both buyers and sellers. And like I said, we are working hand in hand, and you cannot, with the modern Ghana that we have now, you cannot talk of buffer stock without Ghana Commodity Exchange. The same way you cannot talk about Ghana Commodity Exchange without buffer stock. So we see each other as partners.
You are like twins.
Like we are like twins, yeah, to help develop the agriculture, sector.
Okay, so the guaranteed price by the Ghana Commodity Exchange are all coming from your end.
Yes, there is a committee. The last time I was here, I took time to explain to you how we come up with the minimum guarantee price. It is a price or a cost more than the cost of production of the farmer. And there is a committee which we have the farmer representation on that committee. The farmers of Ghana, we have their representation, and the license buying companies also, we have their representations on that committee, and some other technical people who are also representing to help build up the minimum guarantee price. So we look at number of factors of production. We look at cost of renting of land, cost of fertilizer and seed. And we are also looking at harvesting, cost of agricultural equipment in terms of, renting of agricultural equipment like tractors and combine harvesters to harvest, and the interest on loan. We assume that the farmer would have to go for some facility to pay for some handling charges. Okay. So we look at that, and then a markup for the farmer as his profit. So based on that, we'll come out with a minimum guarantee price. In looking at seed and fertilizer, we don't consider the subsidy price. Okay. We look at what is in the market, because it's not all Ghanaians that are registered under the planting for food and jobs. Not all Ghanaian farmers are on the program. So, and we also see that as an opportunity to encourage more people to participate or register under the planting for food and jobs, because when we are giving you the minimum guarantee price and you are registered under planting for food and jobs, you get more because you are enjoying the subsidy. Yes,
because at least the subsidy becomes like a bonus
to you. Exactly. So when you look at it, year by year, we are getting more farmers participating under the program. So the minimum guarantee price is something, it's an indicator price to the farmers that they shouldn't sell below the minimum guarantee price. Okay. And we, at Buffer Stock, we only come in when farmers are finding it difficult to market their produce, because we don't want to interfere in the market. We are not in competition with any private buyer. But then we'll send the information to the farmers. Farmers are well aware of the minimum guarantee price based on the crop budget analysis of that particular farming. So
you serve as a guide in pricing their products.
So, but when farmers are not able to sell either at the minimum guarantee price or more than the minimum guarantee price, then we'll come in. Okay. Because anything below that is not good for the farmer. So apart from giving them subsidy and technical support, the market is also very important, because we believe that one of the most important factors to encourage farmers to go into continuous production is the market, available market. When you give them free seed and free fertilizer and the market is not there, I'm not sure they'll even put it, because they are going to put in their energy to produce. So market is very essential here, and we are very much aware of that. We are constructing warehouses, 80 number warehouses across the country. Phase 1 of the one district, one warehouse. We are doing all this to reduce post-harvest losses to the minimum level. Okay. And also to make finished food available to government institutions or agencies in every district. Okay. So that they can easily go into the warehouse, and then, for example, Ghana Prison Service can go into the warehouse, can place their order through the warehouse, like more or less like a community-based warehouse use for that particular, district. So, like I said, 80 number has been awarded so far, and 52 are ready for use now out of the 80. And inshallah, by His will, when we get another term, the other district left would also get their share of the one district, one warehouse.
Okay. Talking about the warehouse, I want us to look at buffer stock in totality. It was set up, I think, 2010. 7 years later that you took over. We are looking at buffer stock, the capacity that you inherited at buffer stock, and how buffer stock was like the time you and your government took over the administration of this country.
Yeah, I think buffer stock was established somewhere in May 2010.
Yes.
And when we took over in 2017, buffer stock was only limited to, I think, 3 operational areas: the Ashanti region, the northern region, and the Akuafuo region.
Okay. At that point, what was the capacity?
As at January 2017. That is what we inherited. So what it means is that buffer stock wasn't represented in all the 10 regions.
Yes. Then. So they were just in 3 regions.
They were just in 3 regions. And when we took over, as we speak now, we have been able to have our regional representation in all the 16 regions.
Oh, wow.
And we have also been able to, create department, very important department like food safety, department to look at issues of the safety of the food quality and quantity.
Yeah.
And we have a competent person managing that that department. And then also we have also been able to get other businesses that was alien to the buffer stock. For example, this Free Senior High School food supply from 2010 to 2016, buffer stock hasn't done anything related to food supply to second cycle institutions. It was just, they were only limited to the school feeding
at the basic level
program at the basic level. Yeah. So today, and also plans are also far advanced in getting other government institute. In fact, it is a cabinet directive.
Okay.
And we are finalizing the MOU with various agencies or ministries. We are talking about Ghana Prison Service, Ghana Police Service, Ghana Armed Forces, community development schools under local government ministry, government hospitals under Ministry of Health,
okay.
And then Ministry of Trade and Industry. In fact, the future of buffer stock is in line with the Ministry of Trade and Industry now that we are doing one district, one factory. Aggregation and supply of raw materials to this factory is an opportunity for buffer stock to mobile, especially with the food aspect of it. So we are in touch with one district, one factory secretariat to finalize with an MOU, so that, because it's sometimes when the investors are coming, first of all, they want to know availability of the raw material and also how it can be aggregated, how frequent they can be getting supplies. So we have positioned ourselves very well to take up that challenge and make sure that we'll help His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to fulfill his vision of industrializing our nation by providing jobs and other good things that comes along with it.
Okay.
We also want to contribute our quota and help the president develop the nation, and that is exactly what we are doing. Okay.
So we will look at the job that buffer stock operations have created so far. But before that, talking about you setting up all offices in the 16 regions across the country, what was your start strength in 2017, and what have you been able to add in terms of employment that even buffer stock itself with the internal operations have created for other people?
Okay, so as of January, I think our staff strength is just about 18.
As of 2017
January? Yes,
okay.
2017 January.
18.
Wow. Today, we are about 80.
Oh, wow.
We are about 80 from various regions and the headquarters.
And you have regional managers.
We have regional managers, we have quality control officers, we have warehouse supervisors, we have drivers, we have food safety, officers to assist the quality control officers to man, the activities within their region. The Free Senior High School, contract has really given buffer stock the opportunity to, expand.
Yeah.
And also the planting for food and jobs, because there is excess production as a result of improved variety that our farmers are encouraged to use.
Yeah.
And thank God they have embraced it. So there is an increase in production, and for that matter, we have to also strategically position ourselves very well in order to deal with the excess production that will come out of it.
Yeah.
So these 52 warehouses, of course, we are going to also get staff to manage, like I said, warehouse supervisors to manage these warehouses. They will work directly under their various regional managers. Yeah. Like talking about the job creation too, when you look at it, when we took over in January.
That one will come there.
All right.
We just want you to give us with the buffer stock. We'll come to your suppliers and your buyers and see how they've also impact the youth of this country. Mene Alaj had Hanan Abdul Wahab and a Chichim Komo Akuafuo Mmre so. Ono your penny kesi order the National Food Buffer Stock Company. Ano ye dream komo afọ mujumedi a omo edi aboa Ghana Akuafuo ene ye duane sem ewo Ghana. Ye hwe se de omujumedi ni ti a se de body kan kyerɛkyerɛ mu no buffer stock eye adwumaku a omujumedi omudi no eboa Akuafuo yie pa. Enti ye wohwɛ Alhaji asem okan a omudumedi omudi ni minimum guarantee price na omde ba no. Se wo ye okuani a owo planting for food and jobs no mu bi dia ene na eboa wo pa. Enti ebe share Akuafuo no mebre su nkran se wa wonya onfa ho share Ghana mampeni na adan Akuafuo ada ni program or the aba planting for food and jobs no na waka ho do ho akohie me say o ma Akuafuo no 50% subsidy for fertilizers and input ni nyina seedlings ni nyina enti say omo emma price how they turn what dey na say o can planting for food and jobs so na say won so what dey na is say udwumadie no ebe ma afaso abamu yie pa ye be hwe say the buffer stock omo apete o medikan Mr. Hanan adikan aka kire no ye be hwe say the omo eji buffer stock eba omo ankasa omo nsem 2017 no wachecheche said the net here enne say na dwumadie ni tie Ghana mampeni dada watwam His Excellency John Dramani Mahama matise wo kekan sem bebre ewo krom mbese meni Alhaji be didi san enkomo no na ya hwe ono nso the side of the story said the utie mampeni dada John Mahama o kase buffer stock kan kase dwumadie kasa kra no enkoyie Alhaji, I don't know if you followed the utterances of ex-President Mahama. I listened to him when he was at Suhum, one of his their rallies, and again on one local radio station in Accra. He's alleging that you are always giving the supply of food and the purchase of the food from the farmers to your party members, that's the MPP members, and also you are not being able to supply the food to the senior high schools, and for that matter, there are always shortages of food in the schools. And he has even promised that when he comes, he will revert this decision and give back the supply of food into the hands of the headmasters. So I want us to take it one after the other. As you started, when you came, what was the supply capacity of buffer stock, your licensed suppliers and the buyers, and where have you taken it so far, looking at the current figures that are coming out?
January 2017, we inherited the registered suppliers of less than 100. Should be around 90, something. Yeah. But it's not up to 100 registered suppliers under buffer stock. Okay. Today, as we speak, we have over 1,300 registered suppliers. From 100? From 100 to 1,300.
So and what it means is that if my calculation is right, you've added about 1,200.
Yes. So what it means is that when you look at the scope of work of the license buying companies, they need not less than 10 personnel to work under them.
Every
license supplier,
okay.
License buying company. You see, you need to have your aggregation point. You need to have your quality control officer. You need to have your storekeeper.
Okay.
You have to have your transport owners, because you see, sometimes you move into the interland and buy from farmers. Our license buying companies are mandated per the license we sign with them to go to the farm gate and buy from farmers.
Okay.
They are not supposed to wait at their warehouses for the farmers to bring their produce, because we have calculated everything and also, you know, arrive at the license buying company's fee.
Alaji, where you've started, I think I'm very much interested. But we want to go for a quick commercial break. When we come, then you give us how the picture looks like. And also, I'm sure the Ghanaian viewers will also take their decision from that. You try to watch a from Kratwabia. The best time to say. Kwaba the Bekua 4 minutes on the 2TV so. Many a large Hanan Abdul Wahab, our CEO, and Maba Faster Company, and that you train come and they will 4 minutes so. Ye share Omujumedia, Omudi, Ediabwa, Ghana Kria 4, and or my Ghana, Yadriane Honsem. It's answer, so mine be now, we share on mine year. Adia edimu e wo bambo ho ne se wa asrafo anasa sojafo mo bo man ho ban de weapons ni tuo nyina bo ho ban no adia san dimu e mo man no yenya yasomdue pa e yaduane sem na sa aduane sem ayeka ne nyina so ne se bekoyi a eno ene National Food Faster Company enti na ye nsa ka CEO a oda no Alhaji Hanan Abdul Wahab wato ne bo ase e kire se de dwumadi a odi nyina no Echo. Alhaji, you are welcome back.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, you were talking about the yes, buyers from the family.
Yes. So I'm saying that currently, as we speak, we have over 1,300 registered buying company.
Yes.
And per the scope of what they are supposed to do.
Yeah.
And they will also need not less than 10 people working under them. So when you look at it, multiply 10 by 1,300. You understand? Look at the number of the people that are engaged on a daily basis to find something, you know, to do. So we have been able to create a lot of opportunities in the buffer stock organization.
Yeah.
Apart from that, we have the licensed suppliers. They supply to the second cycle institutions and also the school feeding program on our behalf. So they also have 1 or 2 people also working under them. And we have about 890 registered suppliers under buffer stock. And they also have 1 or 2 people who are also working, you know, under them. But then it is very, very unfortunate that His Excellency, the former president, can make such a remarks. What I can see is that he has done very little, because under his leadership, as the chairman of the economic management team, then a vice president in 2010, that was when buffer stock was established.
Yes.
So he should know better. And then, like I said, he did very little to improve upon the buffer stock when they were in power. And he also became a president in 2012. He did very little. And like I said, when I took over buffer stock from 2014 to 2016, there have not been any activity even with the school feeding program.
Yes.
So the relationship between buffer stock and the school feeding program went sour, because there was no any, you know, supply from buffer stock to the school feeding program from 2014 to 2016.
So the operators were just securing the food themselves.
Exactly. They were, you know, so in that case, you know, it's very difficult, you know, in order to, if you want to promote the consumption of what we grow locally, and also if you also want to guarantee farmers with market, you have to make sure that they are insulated against some of these things. So you have to give them a constant, you know, market, and make sure that your suppliers buy from farmers and then they supply. And
at least with the prices that they will even give the farmers as well.
And then also, before the commencement of the Free Senior High School in September 2017, we wrote to the Director General of Education on the selection process of suppliers, and he forwarded our request to all the regional directors of education to ask the school heads to direct their existing suppliers to come and register with buffer stock.
Oh, okay. So let me understand this thing. So you added up the numbers that you inherited from the previous administration in terms of the suppliers who were supplying before the
no, you know, buffer stock wasn't even when we took out, there was no registered suppliers. There were only registered license buying companies. We created the suppliers. We created that opportunity. That
but they had other people that were supplying to them, to the schools.
Okay, so then they were buying the food themselves. I mean, between 2014. Okay, so the headmasters were buying the food themselves. I'm trying to make a point here. To diffuse the claim by His Excellency the former president that we have given jobs to MPP people. What I'm trying to say is that before the commencement of the Free Senior High School in September 2017, all headmasters were directed to inform their existing suppliers, because before the commencement of the Free Senior High School, the schools themselves were doing their procurement through their suppliers,
their own arrangement.
So we know that for sure there are some suppliers who are with the schools, supplying them with either maize, rice, or mackerel. But then, because we have now taken the feeding component back, because government has made secondary education free, and for that matter, food is also going to be free, and we are responsible for the feeding component, all these suppliers that are already supplying to the schools have been asked to come and register with us. So it cannot be the case that we have given opportunity for only MPP people. You understand? So when we were doing that, when we were directing headmasters to ask their suppliers to come, we didn't see the MPP supply. I mean, there are some suppliers who are already engaged in the business for more than 20 years. Even 30 years.
And you can't take them out of business.
No, exactly, because we are there to create more opportunity for people. We are not voted into power to you know, cripple people's businesses. So when you come to buffer stock, You are a journalist, you can go out to the field, you can go to the schools and find out and see, okay, school A, your supplier, was he brought fresh from buffer stock or he was already supplying to? They will tell you. Most of them, more than 70% of the suppliers that we have in our database are existing suppliers of the schools.
Okay.
So it is not the case that the former president is claiming that we are giving opportunity for to only MPP members.
So even the system even gave the opportunity to the headmasters to even bring the people that they prefer.
In fact, we wrote to them.
Yeah, okay.
We wrote to them for them to ask their existing suppliers to come and, register with us and then go back and continue the supplies.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes,
so it is not the case where we have just sat somewhere and then organized people and asked them to do that. So it's very, very unfortunate, and I think he should know better, like I said, chairman of the economic management team. And then also issues of when he is voted back into power, he is going to give the feeding,
back to the headmasters.
It's very, very unfortunate. You see, we are very serious in whatever we are doing, and the primary responsibility of the headmasters is to concentrate their teaching and learning
on the academics.
On the academics.
Yeah.
Issues of food is not a business of the headmaster to go and be buying food. We have brought in planting for food and jobs to support our farmers, to help them grow. And today you are saying we should just leave the business of food to the headmasters, so that now who will check them issues of quality? You understand?
Yeah.
If they go to buy foreign rice to feed the student, who will hold them responsible? Yeah. We are making sure that we eat what we grow. And that is exactly what we are doing. So it is also, sign of desperation on the part of His Excellency, former President John Dramani Mahama, to see that when he comes, he's going to reverse it back to them. But at least, you see, this is a company that was established under your watch, and you have done nothing about it. And today, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has seen the light in improving the food security of our nation by strengthening the activities of the buffer stock company. We haven't changed the mandate of buffer stock.
Yes.
This is part of our mandate.
Okay.
Supplying to government institutions is part of our mandate.
Since,
and we didn't create it. We have come since day one. We have come to inherit it, and we are implementing what you have,
put in place.
Put in place, and now you are criticizing us. Okay, when you come, you are going to take it back and give it to the headmaster.
Is it a case that maybe they didn't think through when they were established?
You understand? So it is very, very. The third one was what?
Is there shortages of?
Okay, so I want to ask this question.
Yeah.
You are a journalist. Have you heard that from September 2017 up to date, there have been a close down of school because of lack of food?
No, it has never happened. For the past 4 years, I haven't heard that.
We are doing our best to make sure that not just delivering of food to the schools, but quality.
Yeah.
Today, I must also commend CHAS for their support in the implementation of the Free Senior High School, especially the feeding component.
Yeah.
I have to commend them for their support, especially the introduction of the meat in Ghana, the rice.
Yeah.
And they have also helped in educating the student on the need to consume what we grow locally because of the nutritional content and also the source of it. You are comfortable because you know where it is coming, from.
Yeah.
So we have been able to do that. Yes, we agree there are some, at some point in time, there are some delays, but we are putting mechanisms to deal with the delay. As a human institution, definitely, trucks can break down along the way to the school, and sometimes there are some food items that are produced in the north that are not produced in the south. So you have to transport them from the north to the south. You understand?
Yes.
So accident and trucks breaking down and all manner of unforeseen factors can lead to that. But apart from that, we are doing our best. The headmaster themselves will attest to the fact that look, the food we are feeding them now is highly nutritious, more than when they were buying it. You understand?
Yeah.
protein content superb. You understand? We look, currently buffer stock supplies them with 18 number items.
Okay.
But apart from that, a certain percentage of the feeding component is sent back to the headmasters. They are still buying. So Mr. Former President Mahama should understand that we haven't even taken everything from them.
Okay.
But I'm sure very soon we'll get to the point because buffer stock is expanding and we are developing.
Okay.
You understand?
With the introduction of even rearing for food
and jobs. So when you look at the protein, we send the money back to them for them to buy and fruits and vegetables.
Yes, okay.
You understand?
Yes.
But we still, monitor to see of the quality and of what they are buying before they use them. They eat from chicken back, chicken thigh, eggs, and carnation milk, and hot chocolate.
Yeah.
So the students are very happy. Myself, I go around, I go unannounced visit to make sure that the national approved menu is what the headmasters are adhering to.
Are serving, okay.
You understand? I go there, apart from seeing it physically, yes, today you are supposed to eat rice and beans, and you are eating rice and beans. I also eat with the student to confirm the quality of it, whether there's no any reduction in some ingredients that is very essential, to their development. So I eat. My staff, when they also go around, they also, dine with them to make sure that, the students are fed the right quantity and then the right nutritional content. So we are doing our best. I expect His Excellency the former president to comment us and see that, okay, maybe when I come back in some 100 years to come, I'm going to continue from where people are
you left off.
You understand? But today, in fact, on a simple, comparison, you cannot even compare. I took buffer stock with 3 operational areas. Today, 16.
Yes. Okay.
Planting for food and job has been a huge success.
So I was going to even ask, with these 16 offices that you've been able to set up, without planting for food and jobs, how were you people going to even able to supply food to the free SHS?
In fact, without planting for food and job, there wouldn't have been buffer stock.
That's the thing.
You understand?
I do.
Without planting for food and jobs, there wouldn't have been buffer stock. I remember when NDC was in power, they have this program, block farming, which is similar to the planting for food and jobs. But you see, buffer stock then were taking, in fact, government was also giving some kind of support to farmers in terms of fertilizer, and they receive in kind, as in recovery, a bag of rice, a bag of maize, and so the rice, they receive it in a paddy form. Okay. In a paddy form. And there's this mill, Nasia rice mill in Tamale, Lamashego to be precise, which buffer stock then were using to mill the paddy rice to supply to the school feeding program. In 2013, it was sold under Mahama when he was the president to the Indians, Avnash.
For them to manage.
They took. To be honest with you, ever since Avnash bought the mill in 2013, they haven't even milled a single bag of paddy. Already, they have their state-of-the-art mill on the Nyankpala road. Yeah, you understand. So they are business people, and they are trying to kill any competition. Yeah, I understand them, any businessman. But then, to supervise such a thing, the only thing that buffer stock then has to be milling the paddy, the same block farming that you are saying. Okay, fine. Farmers will only take the recoveries from farmers through in kind.
So not bring your paddy rice.
So bring your paddy rice. So how do you mill the paddy rice? So when it was sold, there was this arrangement with some local processors, but at the end of the day, when you look at it, you cannot even account for. Yeah. Because something that you don't have absolute control about. The processes of mailing it, it is not done in your premises. It is, you don't own the mail. You understand? At the end of the day, you don't get it. So what I'm trying to say in short is that we have gone far, and my brother, His Excellency the former president, should know that we have competent people managing the agriculture sector, education, and other sectors. Buffer stock has become so important and serving so many ministries. There are so many ministries that wants to do 1 or 2 business with the buffer stock company, simply because we have been able to be restructured by the agric minister through the directive of the president. So So buffer stock 3 years ago is not buffer stock now. We are far advanced, and we are doing our work. Just look at it critically. Something that you haven't done before, dealing with over 600 second cycle institutions, supplying various food items to them. If you don't have the capable men and women to do this, how will you be able to do that?
If you don't have the capable men and women to do this, how will you do that?
You understand? And also, a visionary leader like His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akuafuo.
Alaja, I'll come back to you. Let me tell the viewers to some good news. Many Alaji Hanan Abdul Wahab that you train komo ever queer 4 minutes so. Nan komo no I had the palm me just say wa wo fia wo hwe no. What who say buffer stock. San koma ma anka free SHS ya. Obia bo hu dero say ya makobi mu didi free no. Anka maduane die na ho be den pa. Na me kanfo bank pass ope banka ebetimi aboa wo e wo Ghana ha so yokuani na asema alaji ka ho nyina asem no ope se wo gudwumadi odi asekuani ana ase farmer no ekoyi a bank ba ko pa me kanfo ama wo e agricultural development bank I friend say ADB ni bank ba ko pa wodu wani kire ho a Ghana mamu ha nyina omo no more dedicated agric desk a uwram a omo bo akuafo ho ban na akuafo ho asem eye omo asem entimi kanfo ADB ama ba bibia obi a e wo ma Ghana mu no for ni kire ADB bank bia wo ho obekọ ne asisi wo kama enso omo ne akuafo ene di dwuma ukọ ho a wo so hwehwe mpanifo omo ne akuafo di dwuma no na omo moa na so jebisia kakra na fa kọhye odwumadie mu afa enso ukọ ADB a COVID-19 bremu ADB asisi omo ho kama enti omo se men rahye enko bom peso e wo bank na ma onpon ko fire bi wo bank emfa nkofie enu nti no betimi ayisu omo ATM machines no ana so betimi ayisu ADB mobile app no ko Google Play Store ana se App Store wo download ADB app a betimi de do dwumadie nyina nti e fa ho anajo anopa awia anwumre ba bibia wo bia wotimi mobile money any transfers bi apesa oye na wokọ omo okita yamfon so awda star 767 hash so a wotumi e de your transfers no bibia na bibia aye kama ma asema meka nyina no ADB say wonam na hu sensuo so ha fa bi horo nsa na sanitizer 70% alcohol so na da pepa nsa na agba ho ban so afi COVID-19 ho fra ADB e was 0302 210210 0302 and I say fra ADB we be send them email e customercare@agricbank.com customercare@agricbank.com make for Franco Trading Enterprise ama open mobile phones and accessories papa ni nyina do ani kire adabraka opposite the Roxy Cinema bus stop Franco Trading Enterprise honum head office ni wo now no mo atwetwe nkobo na je obi bia se put da makofa ba ye Franco TV eno na mrante ne maba wari nyina obi eto eboni dem enti kotobi na so fa kotena ofie na Champions League aye boy wo hese de Barcelona ehye goals na otimi se ampa ni nyina no Franco TV so ana obetimi ahwe amrae kama Franco L0246 422 338 0246 422 338 and I say 0546 133 188 Franco Trading Enterprise your bomb man say phone papa if you know. Alaj, we have some few minutes to end the show. I think the conversation have been so interesting, and I'm sure the viewers too are very happy with the information you've shared with us today. We are looking at how I'm told you've been going around with the vice president in the 6 northern regions or so. So you know what farmers have been also been telling you as the commander-in-chief of the buffer stock. Yeah. How is your impression looking at on the field what is happening and what you are doing in the office? What is the linkage? Have you the monitoring and everything? How is it going?
I think so far so good, and we are seeing the real impact of our social pro-poor programs is doing, especially to the good people of the North.
Yeah.
I am a Northerner, and the good people of the North are really appreciating government programs like the Planting for Food and Jobs, the free senior high school program. Poverty where poverty is high, and government comes to your aid to support you, to reduce a huge burden on you by giving you subsidized seeds, improved seeds and fertilizer, and also support you with the establishment of agricultural mechanization service centers to help you prepare your land and also to harvest when it's ready. Farmers are seeing the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
With one village, one dam, sometimes when I see people criticizing it, I especially people of the north, in the other side of the party, criticizing the one village, one dam, sometimes I get so worried.
Even GM is saying there's
I get so worried because, you see, when you look at it, let me tell you the importance of irrigation in the north. We have only one season. We are encouraging farmers to come to Accra here and buy tractors from licenses, agricultural equipment dealers. They go into agreement with them, in most cases on a high purchase. They make a deposit, they take the tractor home, they spread the rest of the payment
for some number of years.
For some number of years. But they are expecting them to make payment every month. So my father, the farmer, will bring the tractor home, farm for 3 months, and pack it for 9 months. How will he pay?
So that you can't do the farming all year round.
Because farming in the north is done according to the season. When it's raining season, it's raining season. When it's drying season, it's drying season.
You are just at the mercy of the season.
You understand?
Yes.
So when you see people criticizing it, sometimes I just, I get so worried because, you see, we are there and we know how important it is. And the vice president himself is a northerner and he knows the importance of it. That is why he made that strong argument.
Yeah.
He said that, look, let's do one village,
one dam.
So that farming can no longer be done according to the season, but it will be done according to your will. You harvest maize and plant granite, or you do cabbage. You can do vegetable.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So in that case, the farmer is always engaged. He has something to do all year round, so he can pay whatever loans that he has with any bank or any institution.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important. So wherever we go, they are very, very appreciative of that. And I have no doubt that the good people of Ghana are going to reward His Excellency the President with majority vote in appreciation of what he has done. Free senior high school program. Also, let me limit it to the north.
Yeah.
Our parents, they have more than one wife. That is a fact.
Yeah.
Especially Muslim communities. I am also a Muslim.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, you have parents having 4 or 5 of their children going to secondary school at the same time. In that case, you end up by saying that, okay, you go. The boys should go and the girls should stay.
Should stay at home, yeah.
Should stay at home. By the time you realize...
Not for any peculiar reason,
No,
but
there's no money.
Financial.
Look, they have passed their BEC.
Yeah.
But you see, so you end up by just marrying them. Meanwhile, they are potential chief justices.
Yes.
Potential regional ministers and potential chief of staff.
Yes.
Our chief of staff is a woman. You understand?
Yes.
So you marry them with that, potential. And in most cases, look, it is also a fact that we do sell even our pregnant animals to pay school fees.
Wow.
You don't do that anymore. When we say free senior high school, it's not only the school fees. Free textbook, free food, free uniform, PE kit free. Everything is free.
All you need is just present your body.
Just present your body. And now we are saying that when you graduate and you don't have money to continue to the university or the tertiary institution, government is going to guarantee for you, going to give you money to pay the school fees. All that you need is your Ghana card. And if government is doing this, simple because we know for a fact and we are sure that we are going to find them jobs when they graduate so that they can pay back what they have been given. So the people of the north, my final word, the people of the north and Ghana in general are very appreciative of government policies, especially the north. Pro-poor policies, planting for food and jobs, one village, one dam, one district, one warehouse, free
and
senior high school program. So, Namibua, 7th December, Inshallah, Mokoto Abano, Monkoto Abaye. Voting for Nana Akuafuo is voting for the continuation of the free senior high school program.
Voting for Nana Akuafuo
and voting for Nana Akuafuo is voting for the continuation of the planting for food and jobs and many more. So moko to abaye abapa one touch now the order number 1 with his parliamentary candidates. Don't waste any time. When you take the ballot paper, don't just waste time. Just give him, because you are voting for the future of yourself and of your family.
You are voting for the future of yourself and your family. Many Alaj Hanan Abdul Wahab and Atwetwe Nkomo Akuafuo mene so oye CEO Emma National Food Buffer Stock Company and Atwetwe Nkomo. Me that's them production crew nyina headed by Johnson Abiu Gleme. Aseda Nkoma Ejando and Asafo no mehwe MCR mai questioning sin and a focus nso hwe sound and your camera ne mai. Me dey aseda so Emma Aboafo Mr. Atamu Omebeka eye Alhaj honom so eboa me di dwumadi nyina. Aseda Nkoma ADB Nkoma Franco Trade Enterprise and a Ministry of Food and Agric someone so maso yasene ne de Akuafuo Mmre ni eba wakwamu abrenyi na miam di dwumadi wo chia me so me de Albert Asomani adon do menya nyame adoma na odwese na ebesan ahia na memne da nwumre so ebesan repeat programming 8 to 9 p.m. to untimi unu bia ahwa obenso ebetimi ahwe bi yakramo.